Just pure foolishness. Gilbert Arenas, Agent Zero, the guy who was a bucket, the guy who can take you off the dribble, get to the midi, get to the rack, pull up from deep. He was Dame before Dame got in the NBA. I do believe Dame is a better version of Gilbert. But when we talk about Agent Zero, the guy knows the game of basketball, okay? He knows basketball real well. In his latest comments about Giannis, it doesn't show that at all. There's no way that his expertise on the game was displayed when he made these comments about the Greek Freak. Take a listen.
In our league of what players look like.
And what's so funny is the media tries to shorten it.
They do.
They try to shorten this gap like it's this, like, oh, he's the best player in the league. Not even close. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. Like, this gap is so big, but you're trying to always replace the next person by putting it back. Like his work, I can look at his game and say, he doesn't understand basketball yet. He plays the sport. He won a championship. Cool. He doesn't really understand how to be great, how to be better, how to train his body. Like, you know, I'm looking at the stats. Oh, playing 32 minutes, 34 minutes, 30. I'm sorry, but to be here, you have to train your body to at least 38 minutes and above. Like LeBron played 37 minutes at 37. that's a whole, like, just, that's a whole, Iverson was playing 43 minutes. 43 minutes, like there's a real, like if I told Allen Iverson, yeah, you're gonna play 32 minutes tonight, really man to cuss you out.
Oh yeah, that's a fight. It's a fight. It's a fight.
That's what he said. So a guy who does not know the game of basketball, he doesn't know how to improve his body, and he's not playing a lot of minutes a game. He's not playing 37, 36 minutes a game. Okay, on the first notion, he doesn't know the game of basketball. I'm going to take that one. He doesn't know the game of basketball. This is a guy who started playing basketball late. And this is a guy that we did not expect to be where he is today. He got drafted late. Giannis got drafted. Nobody was really expecting Giannis to do anything. Okay, he's going to be a good role player or a good player. He doesn't understand the game of basketball, right? He comes into the NBA small, and he's not effective at all. He takes this drastic leap. I'm talking about this huge leap, like a super leap to MVP status. And Curry is messing Giannis up. And the reason I say Curry is messing Giannis up, because everybody is expecting him to shoot threes. Since he doesn't shoot threes, everybody says, he sucks. He's not that good. He's not improving. Nobody said that about Kareem when Kareem was doing the sky hooks. Nobody said that about Shaq. Nobody said that about David Robinson. Nobody said that about Tim Duncan. Nobody said that about those guys that they don't know how to shoot threes. They don't know how to shoot threes, or they just need to improve their shooting. Curry has changed the game so much that we expect a 7-footer, somebody who is a big, but he plays like a guard. I'm going to say that again, a big, but he plays like a guard. Isn't that impressive? Because he couldn't do that at first when he came into the league. Some way, somehow, you have to understand the game in the way to be that good and be that dominant and score that easy in the NBA. Now, if he did not know the game, if he doesn't know the game, let's say Giannis, he doesn't know the game of basketball at all. He's just out there winning MVPs and he doesn't know the game. This just make a better case for Giannis being that great. Is he really that good that he doesn't even need to understand the game of basketball? He just goes out there and play. And this problem has arisen through social media. Everybody is so focused on skill. He doesn't have any skill. Basketball, the game is not about skill. The game is about production. Can you win a game? Can you do what it takes to win a game? If that's going to the rack 50 times, then do that. If that's playing defense, then do that. It's not about who can dribble 3 balls at one time or who can shoot a fadeaway over their left and right shoulder. It's about who can get you a W and who can bring you a championship ring. And Giannis did that. 2-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, NBA champion, but somehow he doesn't understand the game of basketball. But he just took the Celtics, a team that beat the most skilled player we ever seen in NBA history, 4-0. They beat Kevin Durant 4-0, and Giannis took the Celtics, the greatest defense we ever seen in the last 10, 15 years, to 7 games without his second best player. But somehow he doesn't understand the basketball. I mean, he doesn't understand basketball. He doesn't understand how to pass. He doesn't know how to post up. He doesn't have a fadeaway game, which he improved his fadeaway game. He improved his jump shot. He improves every single season. Now, to the second point, he doesn't take care of his body. That's easy. Just take a look at Giannis his rookie year and take a look at Giannis now, okay? 40 or 50 plus pounds of muscle, okay? This is a guy who understands that, hey, I need to bulk up so when I go out there, I can produce at a high level and I can be unstoppable. Of course, that's an easy one to debunk. And the third one, the minutes. Let's talk about the minutes. When Jason Kidd was there, I don't have this in front of my face, but when Jason Kidd was there, Giannis' minutes were like 35, 36 per game. Okay, Mike Budenholzer comes over from Pop System in San Antonio. And let's talk about Tim Duncan, who played his last 12 seasons. All his minutes were under 35 or 36 minutes a game. And Mike Budenholzer adopted that and brought it over to the Bucks. And when he brought it over to the Bucks, hey, he gave that plan to Giannis, or he gave it to the coaching staff and said, this is what we are going to do to make sure Giannis is at his best. Okay, we are going to limit his minutes. So when you're out there, you got to make every minute count. And he does that easily. You have to know the game of basketball to have great production in a short time frame. But when Giannis needs to play a lot of minutes, he plays a lot of minutes. We've seen that in the playoffs. This past playoffs, so we saw that. Giannis has the ability to play 40 minutes a game. He does. He just doesn't do it because Mike Budenholzer is holding him back. He wants to limit his minutes because that's the type of system he learned under Pop. It makes perfect sense. So to say a guy doesn't really understand the game of basketball is just foolish. He does understand the game of basketball. He knows how to train he does understand the game of basketball. He knows how to train his body. And he can play a lot of minutes when you need him to play a lot of minutes. We just saw it this past playoffs. Let's not forget so quickly. But the Giannis disrespect happened so much. We had to deal with this with Charles Oakley. Charles Oakley said, hey, Giannis, he couldn't last in my era. Iggy, a few months ago or a month ago, said if Rasheed Wallace played in today's era, he would be better than Giannis. James Harden said, Giannis, he has no skill. He does nothing but just run and dunk. I actually have to play basketball. That's not the exact quote, but you get what I'm saying, right? I hope that you do. And now we have Gilbert Arenas coming out and saying, hey, this guy doesn't really understand the game of basketball at all. Just run, dunk, hoop, run, dunk, hoop. Giannis, it seems like he makes things so easy that people tend to hate. I don't know where this hate comes from or where, the lack of respect. Let me say that. The lack of respect comes from after so much production. Everybody was begging for a championship. He got it. He got the championship. He got the championship. What more do you want from this guy? And he got an MVP when nobody expected him to get a MVP. Giannis is not a guy that's supposed to have an MVP. Okay. Those are reserved for the people, okay, when they get drafted, we know that they are going to produce and produce at a high level, or we hope that they produce at a high level. Giannis was just like a guy, like, he got some potential, but nobody knew he would be the guy that he is today. So let's stop the disrespect when it comes to Giannis and other great NBA players. This is foolishness, okay? Just pure foolishness.